he thinks that Sandra was possibly like a sacrifice bus in order to save either Prom or Fool, from his point of view. Like, so from our point of view, it would be an attempt to save Prometheus, and they bust him because he was inactive.
But the issue is, I would assume that Sandroba wouldn't have been. Who's got the background noise?
Yeah, who's that calling?
I think it might be.
I mean,
I don't think it's you. You have a headset on.
I have no background noise.
I think it's Templar.
Motherfucking Templar!
Correct, Templar. I don't know.
I was muted.
Okay, well, it's either you or Matt, though. Because Matt has a ghetto setup.
Here, I'll leave mine unmuted. Is it still there?
I don't know. I'm talking. Nah, it's probably Matt. Oh,
Alright, mine's unmuted too. Is it still there?
hello, Matt. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's you, Matt. You get wrecked.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Is it store?
no, I think it's no.
I don't know.
Oh, is it Gnome?
Hold
Yeah.
on.
No,
I'll
mute
mute.
yourself. Mute yourself. Okay, now do it. Store, do the test.
Hey, I'm doing my test now. Oh my goodness, it was Gnome! The Mafia scum!
Yes.
My ghetto setup looks great.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, who wants to do the little vote count to put the order of when people voted
I'm
what?
working on it.
Oh,
right
you are?
now. Yeah.
Sick. Because foolishness is town and looking for scum.
Don't forget to share your screen, Phil.
Oh, right. I forgot to do that.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah, it's
I
better.
think
I tried-
so.
Much better.
I turned the stream on, but I forgot to do that.
Okay. Marv is the naked posing Mozart of our generation.
Hey, do you have a note in
That's
there that
not
says Wave of Shadow defends Sandroba?
Yeah.
Do you have a note in there that says strange response to Prometheus?
Just
Under
awful
Wave
first
of
place.
Shadow.
Underway.
Sandroba is.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I didn't like the way he said it.
Do we
Oh.
have double
Okay, I see what you're
scum?
getting.
Double
Well, you're getting at Prometheus' town, and then he's Mafia, right?
I'm okay with Wave being scum.
Gonzo says if Fu is town, then VE is indeed scum as fuck. There's no realistic scenario where both are town or both are scum.
Stream's lagging a little.
Hmm.
Uh,
See, I can't see Sandroba being the sacrificial lamb for Prometheus. I mean, unless, like,
Prometheus.
I have my little, like, tally of, people, I guess, who are above others, right? And just the way people have been talking about Sandroba, I guess in particular you, Phil, it seems that you weigh him much higher than Prometheus, or Prometheus. Seems like a weird way to bust somebody.
You know, it'd be really funny.
You're right.
Shot.
Because he
That's right.
didn't really post that much anyway, so he would be like the best sacrificial lamb just in terms of this thread alone, not in terms of like the strength of players.
Did I miss somebody? This vote count's not right.
Turns out foolishness is supposed to be lynched because
Wait, what? Oh.
No, he was just messing around.
I thought you were being serious.
Just like that.
That shit would be so funny, though.
That'd be hilarious. Be right back.
Okay. Streams. lagging a little. Where's the day post? 44.
44.
Oh, he only had 5. Oops. Just an idiot.
Shouldn't you just filter? Oh wait, no, never mind. That doesn't work.
Doesn't quite work. Oh, so Prometheus did have the hammer build then.
What was he at?
Look at my notes right now.
So he switches off of you when you had 4 and Sandroba had what? Oh, okay, I see. So he switches off of you to hammer Sandroba, and that guarantees. So promo looks really town now, then.
Yes.
Wow. Promo actually looks really town now.
The last vote count says you have 2 votes. Foolishness. I mean, yeah. It says you have 2 votes, not 3. Yeah, you see?
Who moved off?
That's how I get ready for my dates.
Wait, how do you get ready for your dates?
Phil, do you mind if I take share screen from you for a sec? Actually, no, I can't. You're streaming.
Yes, I do mind. Thank you.
You're streaming.
Phil, or not Phil,
So
Matthew,
let's
just link me.
What happened to Sandrova's vote?
Daniel and
Or wait, never mind.
Sandroba voted on...
Vicer Eyes, Gonza, Wave of Shadow?
No, Gonza wasn't on you at the end.
Yeah, Gonzo was on Cinder, but I'm not sure
Oh,
when
I did this wrong then. So there should be 4. Whew.
So he did not have a hammer.
Hmm.
Yeah, he did. No, he didn't.
He didn't have the
Papa
hammer.
Holly had the original hammer.
Okay. Like,
So yeah,
well,
for me, the
how many
last
people
votes
are...
didn't matter.
How much? Well, actually... Okay, because if he votes you, it doesn't...
Sandroba also wanted to kill Prometheus, so that doesn't look good.
So, unless they felt that Prometheus could defend himself adequately. They would have talked about that ahead of time, I assume, right?
Talk about what ahead of time?
Like, when he made his post on Prometheus, he would have said, okay, I'm going to make a big post to sink you. And he would have been like, that's fine. I will be able to defend myself and push the vote off me. Like, if they were both scum together.
If they're both scum together, yes.
But it
wait.
doesn't really...
If they're both scum, why didn't Sandroba just be like, alright, gonna push on that foolishness guy?
Yeah, so, again, like, that doesn't really make sense.
I think so. What I think is Sandroba, like, well, tell me what you think about this. Sandroba, like, pushed on Prom to make you look more sketchy because Marv was pushing the Sandroba foolishness theory. So, like, he pushed on Prometheus so that it would look like you guys were actually teamed up together, even though you were calling him, like, somewhat scummy or whatever. I don't think he was expecting you to, or the votes to swap to him. But eventually, if he did flip, then it would make you look bad.
Whoa. VE just posted, well, I'm certainly not scum. He looks super scum.
Sarah Eyes was strangely absent.
Yes. Actually, it makes more sense that for the Prometheus switch, like, when did that happen exactly? How many minutes left?
I didn't really look on timestamps. What do you want the timestamp of?
When Prometheus switched his vote. I think he was the last vote to switch.
Papa Holly switched at 56.
So 4 minutes left.
58.
Okay. So...
Or 57. He tried to do it at 57.
Okay. But that potentially stands to reason that as soon as he did that, VE had no choice. It was probably better for him to keep the vote on you. Because no matter who he put his vote on, it wouldn't have done anything else.
Would he have known that, though? I mean, this was made a minute beforehand. I think if he's Mafia, he just keeps his vote on me, right?
No, what I'm talking about VE, because
Oh,
VE
yes.
was strangely absent, but is posting within
But it's
a
now
few
here.
minutes.
Right.
Within. Oh, okay. Well, actually, it's more like 15 minutes, but
No, I still see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good point.
and I guess because of that switch, it doesn't really matter what VE does. It's better for VE to not be around. But I would assume Town VE would have been doing something in that time. He would have posted an opinion. He would have done something. It looks, and I feel that he was in a tough situation. If he wanted to push on either of you or Prometheus, he wouldn't have done a good job, or not a good job, but both of you guys would have flipped town probably in his eyes. So that discredits him. And I guess maybe he was hoping that the lynch push wouldn't kill Sandrova.
Right.
Because it was quite close.
Well, for a while, it also looked like Foolishness is going to get lynched 100%, like 100%. And maybe VE saw that and he's like, fine, that's good for me if he's scum, right? And he couldn't really go on Prometheus because he was like, well, I don't really like Foolishness's case on Prometheus. So that was the only person he could.
Got us back to his trolling.
Yeah, I know, right?
There were 6 people on you at one point?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's see what time that was. Okay. That was 7:48. That was 12 minutes before the end of the day, right? Am I doing that right? No, 22 minutes.
What, that vote count? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it says 7:48. Wait, no, that's 12 minutes.
Well,
That's 12
minutes. Yeah.
That actually makes a lot of sense. That was 12 minutes before the end of the day, right?
Right.
There was most definitely Mafia on you right there. Most definitely.
There had to have been.
Yes, because...
Well, yeah, there's likely.
How many people are in the game? 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I even have a majority. Wow.
Yeah. It makes no sense for Mafia to all not be voting at this point. That you would have to be saying that Austin, Kidderman, and Sandra are all scum at this point. I don't know. That doesn't seem. Where's
No, Austin not likely.
Yeah. Where's VE? Oh, VE's on you. Yeah, of course. Okay. So. But yeah, Hoppa switches off you. Gonza gets convinced by you and hammers. So Gonza looks really town.
Yeah, definitely. If Gonza is Mafia, man, he could just have the win. He could just forfeit now.
Mm-hmm.
Town can forfeit. Good job,
Gonza. He was a huge port of people pulling off of you, wasn't he? And pushing on to Sandrobo, right?
Yeah.
At this point, nobody is on Sandroba. It's quite huge, actually. This was a town push on a Mafia. That's crazy.
It's crazy, yes.
That doesn't happen, does it? No.
I mean, it does happen.
Okay, but... okay, so the vote switch happens. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, Store. You can go.
No, you can ask your question.
Okay, so how much strategic value is it for town to not talk too much during the night phase to influence how they read the lynch flip versus giving Mafia information on who they should kill in light of how town reads the lynch flip?
You should just always if you're town, you should be posting during the night as well.
Okay.
Mafia
was-
usually-
It
Especially
might
in a
be.
game like this though, because there's no roles.
Yeah, there's no roles, so
Right.
there's no like if there was
In this
roles,
game.
you might be. Oh, I'm away. I'm busy or yeah. Sometimes there's like a 1 hour grace period where you have to have all your stuff in, and then during that grace period, Mafia can't kill. So during that 1 hour grace period, if you're like a role, you can reveal yourself then, and you can't die
Well, unless they already targeted you.
unless they already targeted you, of course. But I would just looking from the votes. I really think VE scum. He looks scum. I'm trying to see when does Marv, Gonza, Austin both go on Sandroba. Okay,
I think Wave looks bad. Like
Marv is the third person.
I don't think
Switch.
Wave really had a good reason.
I don't
be
see
voting,
Mafia Marv switching in that instance unless it's like, because when he
I don't
switches,
see that either.
yeah, I see Mafia Marv making more of a case to push on you rather than defend Sandroba or something of that sort, or just not even being around, that kind of deal.
It's as you said. There had to have been Mafia voting on me, and they could have just finished me off. That was a town. You said there was a town switch at the end, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I have
it
to
was a
think it was a
town.
town switch
Yeah.
because I know your town, and you know your
Well,
town, obviously.
Sure, but you still have to think that it was a town switch onto Sandroba. I mean that in the sense that they didn't bust Sandroba.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't like. You could say there's not much
But even though
weight in
since-
Promethylax switching, but
No, I think there is weight in it.
I mean, some people might say that there's not much weight, but I do think
You
there's
did
quite a bit of
vote
weight. in the
1
switch.
minute after last second.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think VE. I actually think you might even go back and look at Wave of Shadow.
I'm going to have to.
Hmm
It's going to read Sandroba's filter.
VE and then either.
And
Calm or-
I, you know what? And for the, oh wait, if only, there might only be one Mafia on you at this point. Foolishness, to be honest.
On the votes?
Yeah, for the first 6 votes,
The first 6?
nobody switches onto you as the votes are going down, right?
Right. I was also going to look up the order I got voted in.
Hmm
So you think town?
That's
Town?
what it seems like. Wave
Is
might
it-
be town. Like, just from the voting order, the way it looks, VE looks scum, right? Because he even admits, like, his case against you, like, isn't that strong. Like, he even admits that he should be taking his vote off you at one point,
Yeah, but it doesn't.
but he doesn't. So, like, his whole,
Strange.
like, he seems very wishy-washy on you. So, he looks bad because of that.
Do you think
And
that's
then-
bad, or do you think that might say he might be town? Like, couldn't you see, like, VES town? He has no idea what to think about me, and he's just going back and forth. Like, on one hand,
But
Gonza's
does he
picking up
post a strong
arguments.
opinion about anybody else, though, is the issue.
No.
He said
doesn't-
the case on Prometheus was bad. That's
He
the only
did
thing I can remember.
He did say
Okay.
that. There we go.
Okay, but I said against somebody, not for somebody, or
No,
not in
I'm
defense of
just
somebody.
saying that's the only thing I can remember.
Like-
of the,
Like, he should have somebody else that he thinks is scum at this point. Right? Like,
Let's
Okay.
browse through his filter.
okay, so he put a couple push votes out there, and then,
This is when I said he was town going after town. Here's a
Uh-huh.
strange post. Still feel like it's strange.
yeah.
How long does the night phase last?
24 hours.
Yeah. So days 48, nights 24.
Don't think the same
And
kind
town just talk the whole time? Like,
Yep.
there's no...
Yes. Usually there's no restrictions. Some places you can't talk during the night. Like in the Game of Champions, on their forum you cannot talk during the night. It's like an intermission.
That win post, the one where he talks about Wave, it's a one-liner. That actually looks pretty weird now.
Why? Because of this part?
Yeah.
And the smiley face?
I mean, it just feels weird.
I can see what
But
you're
I'm
saying,
biased because I'm super talented to him. It's
does
a
VE
failing.
say stuff like this? With the smiley face as well?
That might be something to look up.
Yeah, that's what I was just
It's
thinking. There's more smiley faces.
But like, even without like the smile, like it just felt weird. Like that kind of a post. It's like I have a super talent read on him and blah blah blah. Like,
I need to check if the stream is lagging. So OBS seems like it's lagging.
okay. That's a post right there. Gonza looks super town now, and it looks like he was trying to find some pressure on Gonza right there.
The guns are just post. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, no. That post right there, when you're on. Like I've never seen Gonza suspicious of me like this. I don't recall him seeing Gonza scum either. Coincidence? Like he's implying that Gonza's scum.
Yeah.
Guess who just invited me to a game? Oh my gosh. VE and Kidman are scum. Calling it now.
Why did they both just invite you? Because they're sitting on League of Legends?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
OGI, man. OGI. Take it easy.
Hey
Guns
Phil,
are
you
just
want to join?
post. Is that what you're referring to? No. This is an important
Matt,
time after
you wanna
someone's
join?
Lynch. This is the time you gotta reread filters.
Yeah.
Matt's not here.
Oh shit, he's not. He's implying that Gonza's scum.
Yeah.
What?
Do you want to play League?
No, I'll play one later.
Guess who just invited me to a game? Oh my gosh.
Or
VE and
tomorrow,
Kidman
'cause I
are
have to
scum.
stream
Calling it
tonight.
now.
Why
Said
did they
I
both
would
just
stream
invite
for
you?
Pope.
Because they're sitting on League of Legends?
Okay. Yep. Tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh man,
OGI,
I guess I
man,
can't
OGI.
invite you to
Easy.
Mafia tonight. Hey
Guns
Phil,
are
you
just
want to join?
post.
I was so
What, the
confused,
game?
like, the last time I played anyways. Like, I didn't know how to read half the people, and I was like, I did really bad.
Oh, I should mute myself now since I'll. Well, I don't know. It depends on if they're.
He did vote for Holy Flare for 14 minutes.
Who voted for Holy Flare?
VE.
VE for 15 minutes.
He switched off you?
Yeah. No, before he went towards me.
He was on Holy Flare.
Before that, he was on someone random. Maybe Hoppa. Or maybe even Probitalize. Okay, here. What do you think about this story?
What does it say? Wait, the big one right there?
Yeah, this one.
Give me 1 second. I gotta finish my masteries. Okay, I don't know, man. Like, catch-up posts seem disingenuous. What is he responding to?
I don't know.
Okay, well, he says
Want
I could.
context.
I could be wrong about Prom. Okay. And yes, the alternatives are looking better. And by the alternates, I don't know who he's thinking of right there. It
Let's
might be
find
you.
context.
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay.
Oh, here we go. think you were mistaken about your initial, or are the alternatives a better option at this point? So I guess he did kind of say that I was slightly better. Do you think anything about the rest of it?
Sorry.
Storberg. Hurry it up.
Okay, sorry. Oh man, these guys are. I gotta leave. They're being way too loud. But
Maybe?
okay. That push seems very bad in the sense that well equipped to prove that day one that they're town, and it groups you with those two, right? And I can agree about Sandroba not doing a good job. Sandroba didn't do a good job, right? And that's why he got lynched. Holy Flare had to be replaced, questionable, right? But he leaves you in the 3, and he makes a point at one point saying that he doesn't think he should be voting you, but he ends up either staying on you or voting you at one point. Like, it just, that doesn't seem right that to fit you in that group. Like, that feels weird. Feels a little bit better that he grouped Sandrova. Holy Flare kind of seems scum with the way he exited. But, again, not reading too much into that. But,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So, and he just might have too much information with the Prom post. Like, at this point, Prom seemed really suspicious, right? And then even afterwards, even after the flip, it's like, hey, guys, we should be lynching lurkers. And then it's like, oh my god, we lynched a lurker. Like,
Yeah. That's the thing, I mean, that's bothersome about Prom. But at the same time, he did kind of hammer.
He hammered, but like, wasn't it saving him, not you? Was it going from you dying to him dying? I mean,
It was going from me dying to Sandroba dying.
Okay, then that, yeah. Yeah, I don't think VE and Wave of Shadow had a really good reason to vote you at all.
Right. Well, Wave of Shadow was gone for the lynch and said so ahead of time.
Yeah, that still doesn't.
VE doesn't have an excuse, though. I mean, yeah, it doesn't excuse it, but, like, he knew he wasn't going to be here and dropped his vote on me, which was kind of a strange vote. I said so, too, at the time. Yes, Gonza. That's a pretty strange post. Okay. So I will respond to this in a bit. So I think the main thing is that someone died and they flip Mafia. Always go back and read their filter. So he says he doesn't have a problem with Kita. Usually I make note of this, especially after it happens.
If I can remember, I think Kita was the first person to be suspicious of Sandrova to start with, because Sandrova made a post saying like, let's make a plan to, or something. He said something about plan, and then he was like, well, that was a crappy plan.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, that's right. Goes hard against Okay. All we can really say about that. I want to go find this thing on Wave of Shadow. So I think the main thing about Sandro is that he pushed for the Prometalax. There is that one theory that... So at the 6th vote count, that only one Mafia was voting for me. I have to keep that in mind, but likely two.
Was Sandrova voting for Prometalax the whole time?
Yes.
Only at the end.
Yes, only at the end when he posted his analysis.
He kind of came in and said Brome.
Yeah, he came in and was just like, Prometalax, Mafia, here's why.
What about that thing where somebody said that Sandro was probably replacing? Would you look at that? Oh.
I keep thinking about that. Gonzo was the one that said that first, right?
Yeah.
Gonzo said that, yeah.
Well, he said it at the end,
So-
but I think someone said it earlier too, and I think it was him.
No, it was Gonzo that
Gonzo
said it
both
the
times.
first time.
Okay.
Mhm.
I kind of view that as OGI in a way. It's just like, what if they were just talking on Skype about something completely not Mafia related? And then he also, yeah. Also, Gonzo was the one that started the vote switch on Sandrova, right?
Yeah, but that if he already knows that Sandro was going to be replacing, like it's
Well,
easy.
why would you want to? At the same time, why would you still bust your teammate over that? Especially since like Sandrova had no votes on him, right? It's 10 minutes before lynch time, and I'm winning the vote 6-3. Like
It's
all
just-
Gonza had to do would just be like, "Fuck you, foolishness! I'm voting for you. You're Mafia," and nobody would have batted an eye.
Yeah. I don't know. I just get really strong time from him, but if I'm wrong, then I'm like stuck. Because I get really strong scum from Marvelous Eta, and his votes are kind of like not as scummy as I thought they would be.
Right? Yeah. Vote smart telling. Go back and reevaluate everything. I thought Marvelassi was suspicious too, but especially during the last part where people were talking about him. Now I'm not so sure. So this is what Wave of Shadow said about Sandrova. Definitely. Something to keep in mind. I did make note of it when it did happen.
When did he throw down his first vote?
Wave of Shadow?
Yep.
I don't know.
I'll look it up myself.
I think he was voting for someone random before he moved it on to me. Oops. So, basically, to start the night, it's probably the last thing I do for today. I'm just going to explain everything that we've garnered relative to the votes, how they went down in the order they did. Before, I just kind of posted this without saying much about it. But I think there's definitely information to be garnered on who did it, when it started, and why it started. So, just going to bring that information to the thread. was looking up that thing about connection between Wave of Shadow and Sandrova. Definitely possible and something there to look at. Especially since now we think Promethalax might be in the clear. Definitely is kind of revealing of, you know, the kind of process of elimination in some people. So that might help showing that Wave of Shadow is Mafia as well. So that can be done tomorrow, at least before night ends. Though it is kind of interesting. So, like, Gonza and Austin didn't want to kill me, but they decided to start a vote on Sandrova instead of going with me on Promethalax. Oh, I guess they didn't really like how Sandrova came in and accused him.
Gonza was voting on you before. You said that these two, Austin and Gonza, weren't voting on you. But
Oh, Gonza
Austin
was,
wasn't,
right?
Gonza was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think Marv wouldn't be bussing?
She was voting on me. Or why wouldn't he be bussing?
Yeah.
Because he could keep his vote on me and probably still get me lynched. And Marv switched, and that was almost hammer, right?
Yeah.
If he's
But
scum,
it wasn't the hammer.
he knows Sandrova's scum as well, so he'd just keep his vote on me.
But maybe he thought the case was too, like, Gonzal made a really good case on Sandroba. Maybe he thought it was just too good and he knew that the town was going to switch.
How would you know the town is going to switch? It's 8 minutes before deadline. 2 people have just voted on Sandroba. 2 people who said they're uncomfortable with me and uncomfortable lynching Prometalax. To an extent. To some extent.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just like, if you're Mafia, why would you not keep your vote on me? Especially since they started a vote on a Mafia.
URD.
Yes. Thank you. Spaced out for a second there. Who else was voting for Prometheus? Kidman?
Kidman, yeah. And Kidman, earlier he went on Sandrova for lurking. He was asking you, he like asked you why you didn't think Sandrova was scum or something like that, and he voted for him.
That's right.
This is retardedly similar to the game I just played, where I got lynched.
I was going to say one more thing. That was going to be it. I forgot what I was going to say. Are you going to be around all tomorrow?
Yeah,
Oh,
should
wait.
be.
I might actually not be around for some time. 2 to 3. My time I will be gone.
Yeah, I think I'll be on all day, so.
Okay. Definitely be around in the sometime in the morning. So I have a meeting at 5 your time. So I will need to go sometime before that. It's definitely earlier, like early afternoon for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I should be free after 2 then. I think I have something 1 to 2. That would be early for you, like 11.
Yeah. So somewhere in there, yeah. I think main thing is look at this wave of shadow and be
The interactions with Sandroba.
yeah. Reaffirm that. Because I think that's probably one of those two at least. It's Mafia.
Yeah.
Which leaves Holy Flare as a question mark. And possibly
Could have been.
one more, yeah, maybe Kidderman. I don't feel so. But then, like, just one more straggler out there. One of VE, Wave of Shadows Mafia, that's 50-50. That's definitely a good place to look. Okay. Alright. We will definitely be around tomorrow, before night ends, to resolve anything that might have happened. Oh, we have a replacement on Holy Flare. Our lovely Toad. Alright.